Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Smart City Trends event, which is brought to you by the Urban Technology Alliance with the support from the MAST Virtual Exhibition platform. We are very happy to have you here today during this 3 half-days event. I'm Levent Gürgen, the President of the Urban Technology Alliance, and on behalf of the Alliance, I thank you for joining us today. We are very excited about the program. We will have 3 half-days of events. So the first day, we will be mainly focusing on the UTA member and partners success stories. You will hear from the city leaders such as Busan, Taipei, Saitama, Glasgow, as well as Sejong and Kansas cities. You will be in the second day discovering UTA members and partners smart city technologies and platforms, and the final day you will have you will be able to explore the UTA members and partners research and innovation work from both technical and social innovation perspectives. I'm personally looking forward to attend all of these interesting presentations. I actually, before starting, would like to thank a couple of principal partners that had an important role to bring this event to a successful one. I first of all would like to thank all the participating cities, industrial, academic partners. As you see here, we had quite an extensive number of participants. We have also, I would like to thank for sure the UTA members for their continued support, strategic and principal members. In particular, I would like to thank also the board members, Roger Lee, Julie Snell, Dayon Kim, Hiroyuki Nishi, and also my colleague Betson for putting in place this exciting event. I also would like to thank our technology sponsors, a couple of EU Japan, EU Korea projects, which also sponsor this event. You will be able to discover their activities in the last day of the event. And last but not least, I would like also to thank the MAS team for setting up this nice virtual exhibition environment. I just would like to maybe before going to make you know that this is it was indeed an extensive effort to organize the event with most of the time voluntary effort from both UTA and MAS team. We in advance apologize if you encounter any issue. Just let us know if you encounter any issue, and we will do our best to resolve it as soon as possible. So we have, as I mentioned, exciting list of speakers today. We will start with the opening keynote from Charles Reed Anderson with the entitled Smart Cities 2021, Why the Obstacle is the Way. So looking forward to it. We will then have the second session on Smart City Success Stories, where we will be having leaders from Busan, Glasgow, Taipei, and also we have the honor of welcoming Mr. Mayor of Saitama City. We will have at the second session of the day, we will have a session on smart and resilient cities with a particular focus on the COVID situation. Currently, you will be able to explore as well how Korea could handle the COVID situation successfully. Also, some innovative technology from MIT will be presented, in addition to other presentations from our partner cities, Sejong and Kansas City. So before going to the program, actually, I would like to give you a brief overview of the Urban Technology Alliance, what it is, why it was founded, what its main activities, and I will take around maybe 15 minutes before going to the event. So what is the Urban Technology Alliance? Let me remove the screen. Yeah, okay. In a sentence, Urban Technology Alliance is a global network of cities, industry, and academy teaming up to organize pilot deployments in member cities to validate technical, economic, and social angles of innovative solutions for smarter cities. So it's a quite long sentence, but I will try to kind of explain in more in detail different parts of this sentence. So yes, we are a global network of cities, industry, and academy. It's a non-profit association, which is incorporated on December 2019 in Geneva, Switzerland. Even if it is a fruit of a long collaboration work we had with the partners, it's been more than 3 years that we have been working in different projects, and finally we came up with this interesting partnership and built the alliance as a sustainable result of the collaboration. We have been indeed, as I mentioned, working together in the past. So we have been already present as kind of pre-launch events in Smart City Expo Barcelona. We had also organized our soft launch in Tokyo. And let's say after the creation of the alliance, this is our first public event after the official incorporation. And we are very happy to be sharing this with you. Yes, indeed, as I mentioned, this three days event will allow you discovering the activities of the alliance members and its partners. So before going into more detail what the Urban Technology is doing, I would like to give a focus on why we are doing this. So at the end of this phrase, you see what all do we do is for smarter cities. So to give you a bit the vision of smartness for us, for a city, or if we take the definition of the smartness, for instance, for a person, which is the ability to think and respond quickly and effectively. So it's a person who can be responsive to all going around, can be fast to analyze, reason, plan, and make decisions, can be fast to react with desirable effects. Indeed, with the emerging technologies that we have from the IoT domains, big data domains, mobile applications, social networks, legacy devices, we have sufficient senses that we can have all around the cities so that we can be responsive to all going around. In addition to this, now with the progress in the, again, machine learning, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, big data, we can build very powerful machines that can provide the smart city platforms. And the objective is indeed to provide citizen-centric services, which should provide the desirable effects. So here the main point is very important here is that if we want to be smart, indeed the key point is to have the desirable effects. So we can be we can have the smallest sensor we want. We can have the most powerful computing centers we may have, more relevant, accurate machine learning algorithms we can have. But at the end, if you don't have the desirable effects that is required by the cities and the citizens, we cannot say that we are smart. So this is exactly the point for creating the Urban Technology Alliance. So we have the citizen-centric approach. We want that these smart city solutions respond to the real city and citizen needs. So this is a famous quote from the William Shakespeare, "What is the city but the people?" Actually, I guess if I had asked you this question a year ago, you would probably had some difficulties to answer. But I think now, after this COVID situation, you have the answer, because during, I guess, as most of you, me too, you were locked down during months in your apartment. I guess when you were looking from your window, you were seeing all the empty roads, closed shops, empty buildings. And this is actually the city, but the people. So without the people, the city is only full of buildings and empty roads. So the fact that we have the city in the core of the old preoccupation of the city can also only be validated with some specific validations that we can do in the cities. And exactly for this, we are building forces with our partners, teaming up to organize pilot deployments in member cities to validate not only from technical perspective or economic perspective, but also from the social perspective, in order to ensure that the results are indeed for the citizens themselves. And maybe another example that I can give is following this hype cycle. I guess you know about this hype cycle, which has been mainly proposed by the consulting firm Gartner, which claims that every emerging technologies or trends follow this the same pattern, that they are triggered with some emerging technology. They reach to a peak of expectations. Everyone are excited about technology. They are opening new application domains. But then we quickly realized that we were a bit overestimating the results of those technologies. Then we have some disappointment that we go this truth of this disillusionment, where we really are disappointed. And then we start to learn about the experience that we have in the past, and we start to better understand what exactly this technology can bring, and we start to come to this slope of enlightenment at the end to have a mature market of that technology. I mean, the relevancy or accuracy of this for all technologies for sure is debatable, but I think in particular for the smart city topic, it fits quite well, because as you can remember, these indeed triggering technology have been like IoT, cloud, big data coming from 2005, for instance. And then we started to have around 2020, seeing all cities as smart cities. And the cities were excited. They were indeed planning to apply the IoT or cloud or big data domains in their city problems. But quickly they realized that the experimentations that they have done were not really responding to the expectations from the city and from the citizens. There were many, many techno-push solutions, and they were not really responding to the real needs. So what we believe now, which is actually the case from where many, many cities in which we are talking with, and I'm also very happy to see that in the presentation that will be done from Busan City, that from nowadays, indeed the cities have realized this failed experimentations, and they are kind of revising their strategy, taking into account those lessons learned, the things that they really didn't work, and how to put indeed the innovation, the citizen-centric approach in the core of those smart city deployments. And I believe within a couple of years, we will be able to obtain a mature market for smart cities. So in a nutshell, Urban Technology Alliance indeed provides a worldwide testing environment for smart city solutions, provides a city-scale testbeds that can allow validating solutions, not from technical and economic perspective only, but also from the social perspective. We provide a matchmaking platform. We know that cities need neutral guidance, industry needs testing environments, and researchers need real requirements to focus their research topics. So we are bringing all these different stakeholders together, and we provide a global perspective. Indeed, each city is unique. They have unique properties, but at the same time, we know that by experience, by working with all these global partners, we know that today's worldwide urban challenges are very similar. So you will have a bit more details on how UTA work, but let's say overall activities of UTA can be divided in 5 categories. So technical working group, which provides from technical perspective recommendations to the cities. From the business perspective, it creates partnerships and find funding opportunities to fund the deployments. Help cities define metrics for technical, economic, and or environmental sustainability, and testbeds working group to build teams and organize trial deployments with city testbeds, and finally a social working group. And as I mentioned, this is very important to raise the voice of the citizens and to keep them in the loop to take into account their real requirements. Yeah, so you will have more details on that on Thursday. So to summarize, we believe that technology is ready. IoT, AI, big data, cloud computing. Cities are excited. They are looking for innovative solutions and neutral guidance. And for us, the meeting piece is indeed testing and validation in real conditions to not to have this techno-push solutions, focusing on city and citizen requirements, not doing only just rapid prototyping, but focus on sustainable solutions and validating on different perspectives, including the social one. So here a couple of examples from our partners. So, you know, you will be seeing all this in more detail, but just to give you a snapshot of all of these testbeds so that it can give you a desire of exploring more more in detail what our members propose. So Taipei as a large city, they have this smart city as a living lab, open government, smart living lab approaches that you will be discovering in the next session. Busan has several smart city small projects, and particularly one that are aiming at building a city from scratch. And which is very interesting is that they have very concrete objectives that they have defined, so they know where they want to go. They have already identified different KPIs with quantifiable indicators. It shows that they really know where they would like to go. Vancouver as well, a very large city, and which has been chosen like the most livable city in the world, most walkable city in Canada, and is the greenest city, let's say by far, comparing to many cities in the world, actually at the world level. Santander City, probably one of the smartest city in the world, where have been already deployed several thousands of IoT devices. Now they are integrated all of these in a common data platform. You will know more about this platform in the tomorrow session, so that they can build these vertical applications from the mobility domain, waste management, water cycles, street lighting, or parks and garden irrigation. This is some of the examples that they have already put in place. Saitama, you will also have the presentation from Mr. Mayor, and it is also can be considered as a world leader. They will be hosting a big event, a global summit that will bring together cities around the world to share the various ideas on the environmental issues. Saitama has this ambitious objective of being a carbon neutral city by 2050. Fujisawa City, indeed, we have been working with Fujisawa City, and they are a quite open city where they are welcoming innovative projects. We have been working with them to build smart tourism related applications. We have done some environmental monitoring applications by IoTifying the garbage trucks. We have done projects with them to help city staff better manage the city infrastructure. For instance, similarly, Sejong is also building its now, it's one of the pilot, smart city pilot in Korea. They are aiming at being the new center of Korea, having different verticals already defined from the mobility domain, healthcare, education, energy, and environment. You will also have a presentation from Sejong City in the second session of today. Grenoble, which is also the capital of the Alps, where I'm coming from. And since it is in the Alps, indeed, we have been doing several pilot projects, in particular, Smart Ski one. For instance, we were providing interesting applications for the skiers, for the ski resort staff, for the vacationers, in order to increase the efficiency of the operation of the ski stations. Similarly, Grenoble actually is a industrial center. We have many large corporations, resource centers are based there, and we have also built applications to increase the quality of experience of all of these employees in particular zones by providing them recommendations, interesting information, etc. So these are just some of the examples that you will be seeing more detail in the coming days of the event. And here I would like to stop about the UTA presentation. All I would like is indeed you explore the rest of the event, you explore the booths that we have set up, and then you join us actually to join forces, and so that we can build also together additional interesting smart city projects